Hold up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It is FoxydudePlays here, and welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on my second channel. Today, I am starting my very first Minecraft series here on this second channel. I've been working on trying to get this series going for a while now, but if you guys are excited and you do enjoy today's video nonetheless, don't forget to drop it a like. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new around here as well, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and you won't be able to miss any videos as soon as they come out. But today, I am taking on my Minecraft project, which is building my city world back. Now, basically, I'm going to give you a bit of a backstory, and then we're going to get on with today's episode. So basically, a long time ago, I did a Minecraft world, which I never recorded. I was never a YouTuber back then. But basically, I built a massive, massive city world, and it was with my cousin Reese as well. We both built the biggest city world we had. We had our houses, we had street roads, we had an airport, we had leisure centers, hotels, tennis courts. What else did we have? Football stadium. We had Formula 1 racetracks in it. A total wipeout course was even in there. And we had so much, and it was such a big and amazing world. And we did it on the Xbox 360. However, unfortunately, one day when I tried to load up my game, my hard drive on my 360, because it was one of those detachable hard drives, it actually broke. And my game was saved on the hard drive. So I completely lost the entire world. And I got really annoyed about it. But today, I'm back, and I want to build that all back again. So I'm going to be building my house. I'm going to be building the leisure centers, the hotels, the airport, the wipeout course, the naval base, the military base. I forgot about those two. The airport, the football stadium, everything. I'm going to be building it all back, and it's going to be bigger and better. So, without further ado, we're going to get straight on with this, and we are going to go and build, basically, this world back. I am going to be bringing in other people as well. It's not just going to be me that's going to be taking part in this. I am going to be bringing in other guests as well that want to help out with the world. So that is absolutely awesome. But for today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting off by rebuilding my house. Now, if you guys would like to know what my house is going to be like, well, you're about to find out now. But first of all, what I've actually done is I've done a little bit of preparation off camera, and that's something I should really note. Sorry, horse, I didn't mean to slaughter you in such a bad way. But the first thing I want to say is, obviously as well, with this world, this is not going to be all done on camera. A lot of it is going to be. These episodes are going to be very, very long, about 50 minutes or so. Could be even an hour long. But we're not going to be doing everything on camera. So there are going to be some parts whereby we simply just do it off camera. And at the start of the episode, we'll come back and tell you what happened. So, for this house then, I've given myself a very big canvas. So I've prepared this all off camera. I've got myself a very big canvas to build my house on. Now this is going to be a very, very big house. So I kind of wanted to build it quite big. So what I'm first of all thinking of is this whole patch of water here. We're actually probably going to get rid of it, I would have thought. Or maybe that way down there. We're going to sort of connect everything together. It would have potentially been easier to do a super flat world, but I didn't really feel like doing that. I checked this world out and it looked very, very good. So what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be building the house sort of around about here. Because eventually, it looks a bit strange having all of this here, but I am going to eventually get rid of it. But I want this back space here for myself. So we're going to be starting off. The first block has been dropped. But I am actually using, if you guys are interested, I'm using birch planks for this one. I'm going to be using birch fence and an oak door. Now, when I played Minecraft a while ago, these were my favorite. This was my favorite bit of wood. So it kind of, I'm not really going to do as full-on tutorial style for this, because for me, it's just about building my house. If you'd like me to go tutorial style on it, then let me know. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having two doors. I always like to go with a double door like that. So I'm going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this side, because I just feel that's a big enough size. And then on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one more. Boom, 8. So that's sort of like the length of the house. If the house needs extending, I can always extend it. It's perfectly fine. And if you want to know what character I am, I decided to pick myself Baby Yoda. So Yoda is on a project here. He's left Dagobah, and he's going to come out again. I'm actually going to go to 9, in fact. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. This one's just going to extend out. So if you guys would like to count along the way, that will probably be a better option for you. But I don't want to go too far, because this isn't meant to be extremely massive, although I am building a very big mansion house, so yeah, it is going to get quite big. So we'll just creep this one out down towards here and carry on our way for this house. And I think I've actually built it to perfection. Yeah, pretty much. Right, so that is the base layout of the house. Now, it's got very good length-wise. I might want to increase the width slightly. I'm just trying to think about it width-wise. Would that be enough? Do you know what? We'll go out 2 more each way. Again, I'm just doing this on the flow. And also, what I need to do is actually drink a potion of swiftness. And I'm going to go 3 out instead. So we've got now swiftness to go in here. So this is going to make my plan and my project just that much quicker. If you guys are new to Minecraft, probably not, because Minecraft's been out for a long time. But if you only just started playing it, if you are on a creative world like I am, you might want to go and use yourself a potion of swiftness. It increases your maneuverability and placing blocks for about 5 minutes or so, or 3 minutes with the potion. So it's very, very useful. Now, this house is extremely big. Like, don't get me wrong, it's massive. But at the end of the day, I want to build myself my big mansion house to stay in. So here is now the big length of the house. It's extremely big, and I am going to have to cut through this forest here, potentially, to build the next stages of it. But now that we've got this done, we're going to simply get the layers on. We're just going to want to get the outskirts on. All the interior and stuff, if we get time to do it in this episode, we'll do it. If not, then off camera one day, I'll just fit the interior in and show you guys around, and then we can continue on with the next projects. I definitely feel, for me, that it's easier doing stuff off camera as well, because I feel like if everything was done just on camera only, it would literally be an impossible task and take extremely long to do. So, yeah, if you guys would prefer it to be on camera, actually, I don't know. I wouldn't even have said that answer in the first place. It is all going to be done, mixture of on camera and off camera. And like I said before, if there's stuff that we do that was taking place off camera, for example, if I did the interior for this house, you'll be seeing it in a sort of like a little review thing where we'll be like, right, so we've put a carpet down or something, for an example, and we've fitted a couple of furnaces in for the kitchen. Just small little things that we can do off camera to sort of finish it off. Otherwise, the episodes will just be like 3-4 episodes of like building one thing, like the airport or something, for an example, which we will get to in a later stage. But for now, I just feel like it's better to do it this way. So then, if we were building something in the airport and we stopped the episode, it's not a case of, right, let's just stop working now. We can literally just come back to it and get on with it like that. So the next thing I want to do is I want to see how high you jump. So we jump to about here. So what I am going to do is this is now basically going to be the bottom floor. It's going to be 2 floors to this house, and that's kind of the stage now. So we've got a base set here. So when we jump, look, we don't basically smack our heads or anything. So we're now going to build across one more way, and then we can start fitting the roof on, and then we're going to fit a staircase, which for me, normally when I build staircases, they're on the side of the house. They don't need to be anybody else. We're going to be putting in a double stairs, and we'll be using birch wood again for it. You guys can use completely different building blocks to me. I just like birch wood. It's just my favorite out of the wood sets, so I'm going to be using this one. But again, you can use whatever you want. It really doesn't make a difference, so we're going to go ahead and use all of that. That's now the bottom floor of the house, should we say. It's looking good at the moment, as my potion of swiftness has now run out. So I'm going to put a new one down. And the next thing we're going to do is we are now going to build basically an outer layer, just so I know where the roof is, and then I can continue building the top layer then. So this is sort of like a brief. This little bit here, you don't necessarily need to do. This is just for me to basically outline where I'm going. Oop, that's too much. Where I'm going and what the roof level is going to be like. So here is the main, the first floor ceiling. That's what I'm trying to look for. I don't know why I'm saying roof level all the time, but this is the ceiling that we are going to be putting into the roof. So now this is the ceiling for the first floor. Now what I'm going to be doing is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's now the second floor. So then whenever I come down here and I start jumping, if I just put that there, you can see that the second floor actually needs to go one more like that. So then, like that. I think that's about right. I think so. I could be wrong, though. Yes, that's exactly right. So that is now my second floor, basically, all in all done. So now we can go build around the outside of this one, and then we know exactly where we're going from here. So it's all pretty simple in the land of things. Now, the one thing I have forgotten to do is I've forgotten to turn off day and night cycle. I'd rather it just stay daytime for the whole thing, because it makes it easier for lighting. So I might even just exit the game and change the settings so that it is a day and night cycle. turned off, so it's just daytime. But hopefully I'll be able to sleep. No, okay, it's not dark enough yet. We'll continue onwards. We'll plow through. But this is my entire plan. Now, I don't even know where the idea to come up with it, to do a Minecraft series came from. It literally just came into my idea yesterday. Literally just tweeted out. If you haven't followed me on Twitter at all, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. You can also find my main channel there as well, because some people I've seen before have not actually don't realize that this is my second channel, not my main channel. So if you want to go and check out my main channel as well, link to that in the description down below. Also my Twitter as well. So if you'd like to get in contact any other way in terms of any questions or just want to fancy chatting, because I am quite active on Twitter, I'm on there every day, you can go and follow me on there. But for now, in fact, what we'll do is we'll complete this top row here, and then we'll move on and exit the house. This house, like I said, is pretty big, so if you don't want to build a house this big, you don't need to. You literally can shorten it down. I'm just making it a big house because this is my world, and I want the big house, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. But like I said, you don't really need to build this house down, so if you want to build it to the exact, you can. You don't have to, though, because just remember that the only difference really would be if you're going to build it differently is you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks either way, maybe to a difference. And but if you want to get everything to scale, feel free to copy the build and go with it. It's completely up to you though. So what we're going to do is we're going to now build the ceiling for the this bottom floor here. So we now basically have a full ceiling where we know where we're going, and my potion has decided it wants to run out again. That's lovely. Thanks for running out on me, bro. I really do appreciate that. But also, the final thing I forgot to say is none of this is going to be edited. I don't intend on editing this. It's just a very, very long episodic series. So I understand that it's going to take a long time for people to watch it because it's an hour or so long, and all episodes will be that. Could even be like an hour and a half or so. Could even be live streams. Who knows? But I haven't gone that far yet. We'll see how successful the series goes. So continue to drop the thumbs up button if you already have, and the series could get even bigger and better. But yeah, this series is going to be a very, very long one, episode-wise, and also just video-making-wise. So, yeah, I don't really mind if people don't obviously watch the episodes all straight away. Take your time when watching these episodes because they're going to get long, and you're going to have to listen to me for over an hour. So, for some of you that don't really like me, well, you would have clicked off by then. But for those that probably get slightly annoyed by my voice but like the builds, you're going to have to deal with me for an hour or so. So, sorry about that. I'm sorry I ruined your day, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Right, so that's the first plank there of the ceiling done. Now we're going to move on to the second plank, which is basically just a rinse and repeat process. So we're going to get on into this, build all of this up. And like I said, the potion of swiftness is really going to help you out. I think the splash potion gives you less time, so make sure that you've got the full potion where you actually physically drink it, because it'll be a lot easier for you then, and you'll be able to get on with it straight away as I continue to plow through all of this. God, this is going to take me a long time. It's not actually going to take me that long, to be honest. Luckily, like I said before, doing things off camera is definitely going to help me out. Otherwise, these episodes will take way, way too long to do. But we're going to carry things onwards. We're nearly at the end now. And then we're going to move on and we're going to start making the bottom floor. And then we'll progress to the top floor. So, there's only going to be 2 floors. It's going to be no more than this. It's only going to be these 2. I don't necessarily need that. But as you can see now, we have, there we go, done the ceiling. And that is basically the base canvas now for the top floor. But we're going to move back down to the bottom floor because this room is, oh, I've just broken the door. My bad. Come back. Right, cool. Right, so first of all, we've got to beam some light in. So we're going to put down 2 blocks of windows for every single location, like so, and it's going to be nice and plain and simple. Nothing too complicated. 2 blocks all the way down, like so. We'll leave it like that. Boom, boom. That's, yeah, it's good. This is basically going to allow me to put a glass block down. Again, you can use glass panes if you want, but I just don't really use them. They're just not for me, so I don't bother going ahead and using them like that. So you can do it all you want, but for me, I do 2 blocks breaking, and then you can see how you can basically see how I do it. And then this bit here, we're kind of just gonna leave. It looks a little bit out of, that's the problem. It looks out of place. So for this one, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna change this one up slightly to go like that. So it looks a bit out of place there, but again, it's just the scaling of the house. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our inventory, and I believe it's on, yeah, here it is, on decorations. We're going to get the glass, and we're going to fill it around. So this is going to bring a small bit of lighting into our main bottom floor. So now it doesn't look dark and dreary and damp and miserable as it already originally did. And that's not meant to be there, so we can get rid of all that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And basically just do this all the way around. This is literally what we're going to be doing. Boom. Well done. That's not where it's meant to go. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Right, so as you can see, we've now got all of the glass set fitted. Next stage that we're going to be doing is we are going to go back to decorations and we're going to be using a torch. Now, to bring more lighting, these spots where I've left the block free, I'm actually now going to fill them up with torches. And this is going to bring a lot more light into the room. Now, with it being such a dark house, such a big house, it's going to require a lot of lighting. So in order to complete that, we are going to need to basically get all the lighting in. So we're going to do that straight away here. 1, 2, all the way around, literally just filling the place up with lights. I just realized that that's out of sequence. Okay. I should really fix that. Otherwise, I'm going to get annoyed. Triggered. Boom. Right. That one's block. Well, let's just break all of this out and go again. So we got 1, 2, leave, 1, 2. Boom. Like that. All right. So now I know what the problem was. So then we can put the torches back down in the original spots. And there we go. You can see that we've now managed to attract a lot more light into the house. Again, we've got a very dark patch in the middle. But again, we're probably going to put some chandeliers or some other lights down. So that for us is not a problem. So now we've completed basically the base canvas of the bottom floor. We're not going to go any further with the bottom floor. We're now going to move on into the top floor and basically do a rinse and repeat of what we did. But first of all, I am going to move the glass block out the way. And we're going to scroll down and we're going to find birch wood stairs. And we're going to use those and we're going to put them on the sides here. And we're going to do this in a double format. So 2 here, followed by 2 planks. Once you put the 2 planks on, you can then put in another set of steps. And then you'll basically be able to know the drill. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now with the window there, I will intend on breaking that so that we can not have it in the way. So, as you can see now, we are going to put these down. I need to put the next set of stairs down, don't I? Boom, boom. And then boom, boom. I can't get down. That's great. All right. And then, so these windows here, I'm actually going to block them up. There's no need in having them. It's going to ruin the slight patterning, but I'm not overly concerned about the patterning, to be honest. And then as soon as, just to test it, to make sure we can actually get up like that, we can get up that way, and then we can get down this way. So we've got a perfect set of staircases. They are basically on the side, and it leads them out of the way, so we can sort of create a sort of hallway to get upstairs to then go out into the main open area. So we've now got this staircase here. Now we can work on this top floor. But for now, what we're going to be doing is we are now going to fill up the walls on the side. So we get an official height of what this world looks like. And then we'll begin to work on the rooftop, which is my main aim for today. The main aim for me, really, is to just find out where we're at in terms of height and everything like that. So, without further ado, let's just get on with this. Complete the heights. It's not going to be a main problem. And then I want to put the roof on. Now, the roof is going to take a while because it's going to be very detailed in terms of using the birch wood again to what I need. So, for now, we're going to just continue onwards, get all the birch wood in. Let's just go, 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 go. And then again, we're going to then fit the windows in on the top floor, just as we've done for the bottom floor. Then we can work on what I want to produce for next. So, that is now that complete. So what we are going to be doing now is we're going to start building the outside of the wall, and I need to, yeah, there we go. So this is now going to be the outskirts of the house. You want to go back to the birchwood steps, and you basically just want to go all the way around the outside and make sure that they're facing the exact way that you're seeing them on your screens right now. Otherwise, it's just going to look a little bit messy, but you don't have to do it this way. If you want to do it a simpler way and you don't want to add this extra texture again, I'm just adding texture to mine. You don't need to add texture. Simply just cover the top of the house with a straight flat ceiling, and then you're done like that. But you can kind of see where I'm going. This is going to then continue to layer upwards, and that's how it's going to work. So we're going to quickly just put this down here as my sort of reference point. So now you can see that we're then going to put the next layer on, and it's going to go all the way up to the top. So the top, it's going to look very, very tall on the top. A little bit unnecessary, but I like to add a bit of texture, and I'd rather do it than just a plain blank sort of slice like that. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So as you can see here, going all the way around, and then eventually we will get what we are looking for. So it's going to look a bit strange to start with, but if you bear with it, so as you can see, that's sort of what you're looking at, and then it's going to go all the way to the top. So next thing we want to do is we want to now create, basically, the next layer going across. So we're going to basically let the block sort of tip upwards. So when we go onto the top floor, it's going to look a bit weird because it's not going to all be diagonal and beaming up. Now, I am going to cover that up, and I am going to fill in the ceiling, but for now, I just want to fill in this bit. I don't want to fill in the whole ceiling. It's just going to be the outskirts for the time being. So we're going to fill all this in as so, like this. Boom. And then we can fit the next layer of steps in. And this is just, again, another rinse and repeat process. We don't need to go any further. We don't need to go all complicated. It's simply just this. And that's basically how the top floor is going to work itself out. And then we'll start working. And then basically when this is over, I'll quickly check how long we've been recording for. Because I don't want to go on for too long, but these got to be quite some time. And again, my potion of swiftness has decided to die. That's really good. Boom, like that. Oh, sugar. That one doesn't need to be there. Right, so now as you can see, we've got a next stage, and we're just going to continue going on all the way upwards. So without further ado, we're just going to continue doing what we're doing. Same rinse and repeat process as before. And we will get straight onto the top. So I said this is unedited, but I might cut out this roof part, or I might just leave it all in again. I don't really know how I'm projecting this series out. It kind of depends on your feedback, really. I know one of the feedbacks is potentially going to be this series is very long, and I agree, it is. But that is what it is. Now I'm going to just take the steps ahead in order to make this a quicker process. I'm going to build the blocks for the steps all the way around, just to make it quicker, easier, and simpler. And you can see the sun's going down, but to be honest, I'm just going to carry on. There's no need for me to stop. I don't need to do anything else, so I'm just going to continue on my way. And oh, that's the breaking point there. So now again, just building it up like so, and make sure you've just got a diagonal path going all the way up to the top. And then eventually, it just means then that we can just put the stairs and we don't have to keep sort of waiting. And if I have made a mistake somewhere, then that's going to be very awkward. But we're going all the way around. And like I said before, it's going to be building the roof. Again, it's an unnecessary attachment for some. You don't really, if you want to build the roof like I am, again, like I said, everything in this city world, it's not a tutorial, basically. This isn't a tutorial series saying, right, welcome to this tutorial. The day I'm going to be building this city, you have to use this, 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 and this, and this. This is just me building back my child city thing, because it kind of comes from a bit of a sad backstory, because basically I didn't really get along well with many people back in my school. You know, everyone was dicks, really. So I didn't really hang out with people. I didn't really do much. I didn't do all the partying and stuff like that people were doing back in secondary school. And I was just a casual gamer, so I'd always hang around with those that would play games. And one of the games that we played a lot was Minecraft. And basically, I spent a lot of time on this city world, and we built this entire huge city world. It started off actually as a survivals thing. So we had one little island, and we built this huge cave. We built a very big stone house. And eventually we came across creative. And we started doing creative actually in the funny way, where we went into the mine. We actually put diamond ore down for us then to mine it, when we could have just put diamond blocks in and then got 9 diamonds for free and done it that way. But we didn't know about it back then. But eventually we found out about creative mode, and we just started building things. And eventually it just became such a huge build that, you know, it was a little bit annoying to have lost it, because of course we spent so much time on it, and to lose it because of a hard drive problem really is just annoying. It's just one of those things where it just annoys the hell out of you, because you spent so long on it. And I rang up Microsoft and a couple of other companies, as my potion's gone again, and I was like, look, I've lost this world, I've had a hard drive problem, is there any way of getting it back? And they simply just came back fair and square, and they said, look, it's a hard drive problem, we can't do anything about that. It's saved on the hard drive, and because the hard drive is corrupted, then I had to reset the hard drive. It's gone. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really, really angry. And I sort of lost the motivation to build it back again, because it took such a long time. Now, it took ages, mainly because, of course, in fact, I think we're done now. We don't really need to go any taller than that. So that is now basically the whole roof in its nutshell. Pretty big. But now, we go back to where we were before, and we now fill in the steps to make it that much easier, nicer, and just better looking, really. So without further ado, we continue onwards. But like I said, I just didn't have the motivation to build it back. And like I said, a couple of days ago, yesterday in fact, really, it just clicked with me. And I was just, you know, really tempted to just go ahead and try it again, you know. And I know a lot more about the game. I know how to build stuff, and I've got people that would like to be a part of this series to continue to build stuff. And again, you know, not all of this is going to be on camera. A lot of it's going to be off camera as well. So if, for example, like if we went and started building supermarkets and stuff, or even for this house, you know, we can do stuff off camera. We don't have to be like, right, we need everyone here and we have to record it. It's like, no, let's just jump on the world, build a couple of things, put some new things in, and then just go through how we did it. And if people really would like a full-on tutorial about how we did what we did, then that's fine, because at the end of the episode, you know, if you'd like it like that as well, that's something I should have said. At the end of the episodes, or this, if you found something at the start of the episode which we built off camera and you potentially would like to know just in detail how we actually went and done it, again, feel free to chuck it in the comment section down below, and we can bring out a tutorial for it, not in a full way, but basically like whilst someone's off building something, we could literally basically go back to that build and they'd be like, right, how did you build this? And we'd be like, right, so we used I don't know, for example, we used some stone and then we used leather, and then to build this we used piston or something like that, and then just go across like that. But again, we're not doing this for the sake of tutorializing. It's just trying to bring back a world which we spent so much time with, and we actually really liked doing. We liked coming on this world, and we liked just being part of this huge city, and it was so much fun for us. But we're coming towards the end of the roof actually now, so it's actually gone a lot quicker than I expected to build this roof. I would have thought, honestly, it would have taken a while, but again, I know it's nighttime, and I am going to turn off the day-night cycle and the weather pattern for the next episode. But for today, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Oops, I didn't want to break that. But for now, I am just going to plow on with this, and we're nearly at the top. I think we've got, yeah, a couple of layers left to go. But like I said, if you don't want to build this roof, it honestly isn't a massive problem if you don't. It's really big, and it takes a lot of time, and my potion has run out again, which is absolutely stunning. I'd rather it didn't. No, we're not using glass there, thank you very much. Plop. Coming all the way around now. It's going to get a little bit more annoying. Oh, God, that's not gone to plan. There we go. One. Oh, come on, steps. Do as you're told. Thank you. 2 more layers. In fact, I think this is the last layer. Nope. Stop it. Stop it, steps. Do as I say, damn it. We could probably go at 1 more. Yeah, I think we could. 1, 2, and then boom. Just like that, the overly massive roof has now been done. So that's basically, now if I just chuck it in central view, that is the look of the house. Now, of course, it's not fully done yet, but that's the roof done. Now what we want to do is we need to go inside the house and basically fix upstairs, because upstairs is going to have a small problem. But before that, we probably should have, yeah, we should have thought of... Now, as you can see, we've basically got... what I am actually going to do is I'm going to now monitor... what I'm going to do, actually, is to make this life easier for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically punch a hole through the wall here, and then put a torch here, and then here. Now, this is just a reference point. You don't need to do this, it's just a reference point for me. So now what you can see is I've done is I poked a hole in the wall here. Now I know where my windows go for my world. So now I can just basically go on and basically build the windows in. So we can put the windows in, we can put the torches in on the upstairs floor, and we know where we are in terms of that. So if you'd like to build yourself a reference point for a different floor, simply just do exactly what I've done. Punch a hole in the wall so you know exactly where you want to put the next steps. Make sure this is on the right level. Yeah, okay. And now you basically know where you're coming across. So we could bring in more lighting now, and I am going to keep it as it is for the time being. We're going to put the windows in, and then as you can see, round here for the last one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. And to be honest, we could go all the way around because we don't need to put in any doors. So we are going to do just that. We're just going to go all the way around because why not? And there it is. There's the top set of windows complete. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break this bit just to let me in because I don't want to go upstairs because I'm lazy. Right. Next stage of this project, episode 1. Boom. We're going to now fit in the torches. Now, as you can see here, I haven't actually broken anything here. That's interesting. I should have already done that. And 1, 2 like that. There we go. So now I'm going to be putting in the glass panes to go all the way around, and then we're going to put in the torches to go all the way around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sort of fill in the ceiling because it basically looks as if you're about to head towards Hogwarts or something. Hashtag ChippyKing99, hashtag fake promotions. Anyway, we're going to go across here. That's gone horribly wrong. Why did I even try and do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Come on. Thank you. Boom. Just like that. And my potion of swiftness has actually ran out. Now the final thing we're going to do is we're just going to put the torches in. Just again, give it that extra bit of lighting. And we're going to put them all the way across here. It may look a bit tatty. Again, don't need to put torches everywhere. It's just what I've felt like doing. So, as you can see, all the torches going around. And, boom, just coming in here and filling these torches up as this is starting to creep my eyes out. Seeing loads of light just being beamed as I come across. There we go. That is what we've got. Now the problem, as you can see here, is this entire ceiling, as it just goes up, and there's basically, you can hear there are now bats up here. So, to complete this, what we did is we built ourselves the basic wall area here. So this is where we basically jumped to. So what we're going to do now is to basically save time. Normally, this would all be completely filled in. What we're actually going to do is we're basically just going to skip that process. We're just going to build across. We're just going to use that wall process, and we're going to keep the roof nice and hollow, because we don't need to fill it in. It's just a waste of time. That's the easiest way to say it. It's a waste of time filling in the wall the way it is. So, filling in the ceiling, because normally I'd fill in absolutely everything. But as you can see here, I'm just going to leave it hollow. If you break through it, then yeah, I'll probably do 2 layers. So 1 and then 2 layers, and then cover the 2 layers. Apart from that, I don't really need to do much else. There's no point in filling all of this in, because the space is just not going to be used. So I'm just going to fill it all in, all the way through, and yeah, just going to completely fill it, and it doesn't need anything more than that. So from where I'm sitting, we look all good to do that. So yeah, let's just continue on with this one, and yeah, it's kind of where we need to go from here. And then further on into the project, what we're going to be doing, I think we might then look at potential interior designs, or maybe I think what I'm going to do is design the outside of the house, then I'm going to fit the interior, and then I'll explain what interior bits I used for that bit. And just check my recording hasn't busted, because sometimes it does do it. It's quite good. Boom. Give me that one. There we go. Right, cool. Right, there we go. Double checking the recording's going okay. Sometimes I have problems. Sometimes, obviously, you have problems when recording, and I'd rather know about now if it failed or not, rather than then. But we've been going for half an hour. I will be checking my recording as well. So sometimes I will be leaving the camera, not because I'm dumb. It's just because I don't want to be going on for too long. But we're actually going through this really quickly. I didn't think it would take us half an hour to build the first stage of the house, but we're doing a great job, as I can hear a horse somewhere. That's awkward. And I think it's getting to the point where it's getting so dark, I'm probably just going to fill this up only once. I don't really need to fill it up twice. Again, I'm not going to be using this space. It's just literally a ceiling point. And maybe, in fact, I could use this as a 3rd floor attic. I could always do that and then just have the whole top as they look up. I don't know. We could potentially use it as a 3rd attic. If you'd like me to use it as an attic for the top floor of the house, let me know in the comment section down below. And if there's anything you'd like me to build in the world, when we get to the big stages of building lots of things, if there's something you'd like us to try and build, let us know and we will try it. Obviously, we're always down to investigate and try new things. And again, like I said, obviously way earlier in the episode, I will be having other guests as well that will be taking part. I know, for example, my cousin Reese is definitely coming in this series. He will join the series when he gets back from holiday. And there is no time schedule as well to this series in terms of like when it comes out. So I'm guessing in terms of when we do it, it's just going to be how popular it is and how demanding it is. And if we really... not only that, but if it's extremely popular and demanding, that's going to give us more motivation to do it. And it's just all about the motivation and when we have time, really. Of course, it's not that difficult in terms of for me, because episodes could be with just me, episodes could be with other people. So there it is now. We now have 2 floors to the house. Again, looks a little bit dark, but again, we'll solve that problem in due course. But now we have got the main stage of the house fully complete, done and dusted. Next stage that we're going to be doing is we're going to build ourselves a garage. Well, we're not going to build the garage yet. What I'm going to do is kill this horse, though. So I'm sorry, no horses were harmed in the making of this project. Just use the sword, obviously. Get rid of all this raw mutton. I don't need it. It's weird seeing Yoda with a sword. Because look at him. Look at Yoda. Nice. Anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the house, the garage, sorry, I think on this side. So we're going to... How big should it be? It doesn't really need to be that big. So I think we could go to about here, maybe. In fact, let's just Yeah, I did cut this out, but it turns out that I need a bit more space. Which is fine, because this stuff is... A lot of land is going to get broken anyway, so it really doesn't make a difference that we're cutting this out. But in fact, really, I kind of want this to be at the front, wouldn't I? So let's build it here. Oops. Like that. I think for now, I will leave the front garage door alone. I'll just work on the basic... part of actually having the design done. The outskirt design's done, that is, so I'll fill that in later. It doesn't need to be this big either, so we can take this out here. It doesn't need to be overly massive, just a small little garage, again, little extra mini textures. So it's going to be about this big. It doesn't need to be any bigger than that. All the way across, like that. There we go. That's basically the outskirts of the garage. I might actually extend it one more. I might not actually... I don't think I'll extend it out one more. I think what I'll do is I'll cut through all of this and then give myself some more room. I don't even know why I'm going to break out of it. Like, now is when I'm going to break out of it. More stuff to break through. Let's see. Let's go 2 more this way, I think. There we go. I'm starting to lose my voice as well. It's suddenly dawned upon me. I should probably stop recording videos. I think that's actually big enough. I don't think I need to push it out anymore. Otherwise, it's just too pointless. Yeah, so we're going to do it like that. So we're going to break through this window again. It's not needed because we're building the garage here. And we're just going to build the basic over-the-top design for it. So, nice and simple. Again, we'll get rid of that window later. About up to there. Perfect. Just enough for me to jump around and jump up, and get down. And then what we'll do is we'll put in the stone blocking. And then what we'll do is we're actually going to put in some coal ore for it, just to sort of like symbolize oil in a way. So it just kind of looks a little bit of a real effect. But we'll get onto that later. So as you can see, we're going to build this. I've just realized I've got no potion of swiftness rolling. Great. Thanks for that. So let's get all of this rolling. Boom, just like that. Right, now we've got the garage, and if we look on the side, there it is, nice looking garage. And what we'll do is we'll keep it open for now, like this. And then whenever other people come in and join in this world, if they think they've got a better way to have an open, a different type of door, what we could do actually is, have we got any... We've got stone, we've got birchwood planks, haven't we? We do. Birchwood slabs, sorry. So let's move some of this stuff up to the top that I don't need right now. Let's bring in that birchwood slabs. There. Right, cool. I think what I'll do for now is by here, I'll sort of 1, 2. So it sort of represents the door. So it's sort of opened out like that, and then the door can sort of like come inwards a bit. So I think that's how the garage will look for now. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the next stage, which is breaking out all of the dirt. And we're going to have to do this on the bottom floor of our house as well, because then that's going to have to get filled in. So we're going to do that here. We're going to start off with this garage, just because we might as well. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to open up the garage so you can get just through one door to the other side, make it nice and easy. And yeah, so let's continue breaking through all of this crap. Boom, there we go. Right, next stage, we're going to basically smash through this. I know it's going to break a torch. Not a problem, though. Simple oak door. And we're actually not going to do that. We're going to quickly have that there for now. Boom. So now we've got the door there. Simple door. Open it. I've fallen through a hole. I know. Let's just put that there for now. Simple door into the garage. And then you can come out, do whatever you want. And there's the garage stuff there. So I will open this out. I'm going to open out it fully, actually. Bring in some window. Oh, should I bring in windows or should I just torch it up? We'll bring in windows for the back of the garage, I think. And then we will... Yeah, we'll bring in windows for the back of it, and then we'll leave the other part, maybe torch it up a little bit. But this is how we're going to do the garage. So there's windows there. So what we're going to need now, new component for you guys. We're going to be looking at some stone. And what we're going to do, very simple, we're just going to fill the whole thing out with stone. So nothing too complicated, nothing too difficult. Have I made a mistake with design? No, I'm alright, actually. That's fine, we'll do that. That's good. Okay, cool. So fill this whole thing out with stone. Easier to just do it lengthwise, I think, for me, because it just goes quicker. So we're going to do that. Fill it all out with stone. As you can see, pretty easy, pretty simple. Nothing too complicated here. As my potion of swiftness has just run out on my last block of stones. Coming all the way across, and then boom. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to chuck in 2 torches just to give it a little bit of light. So we can chuck one here, and then we'll chuck one just by there to give it a bit of that lighting that it so deservedly needs. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to cut out a couple of blocks in anywhere. You don't need to do it the exact same way I'm doing. Again, if you're trying to look at this tutorial-wise, this is just me cutting out a couple of blocks. You don't need to do it. If you want to do it exactly, go ahead. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move the stone and the glass and the door and that to my inventory. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get coal or wherever it is. Here. And then we're going to put these down instead. So now it looks a little bit oily, basically. So it's a nice garage, a little bit oily. And now it just looks like it has a little bit more realism to it. And that's the next stage of the project done. So we've now basically, in this half an hour and 45 minutes of recording, we have now built the house. We've built the roof. We've got the garage, and we've got the coal in. So we're doing a very nice job. Now the next stage for us to do is we are going to break down these doors. We don't need them at the moment, and I'm just going to sort of do it like that. So now what we can do is we're now going to fill this entire bottom floor with birch wood. Now I could have done this at the start, but to be honest, don't really need to. It kind of depends really. So now that we've got this bit here, we've got now this, and now what we got to do is basically break through all of this, and then basically come back to it. So let's get smashing away, get my trigger finger going. Then I'm going to fill it up with birch wood. And then eventually, you know, we can start filling other bits up with carpets. I've got an idea for how I'm going to roll with this house. Oh, hello. Have I built under a cave? Oh, I've built under a cave. That's awkward. Right, I'll have to think of that. I'll have to think that one through, because that's going to make the cave look very weird. Oops, I've broken a bit of the step off. I'll think through the... Actually, this doesn't need to be like that. I'll think through the cave problem. It's going to be a very simple change, so I just want to get rid of these. I need to bring myself down a bit. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And then down here, just 1, 2, 1. Like that. We don't need to go any more because, of course, we're going to be building across. That's broken up by accident. And this bat has decided it's time to come into my area. Excuse me, you're not welcome here. I have realised that this is actually a massive cave that I have built underneath. So what we're going to have to do a little bit of emergency repairs. So, how big does this cave go? Oh, wow, it literally covers quite a lot of the house. Okay. We're going to go to plan B. Speed up the process. Where is it? TNT and some flint. This hopefully shouldn't blow up any parts of my house. If it does, it's not a problem because we'll just fill it in. But for now, I'm just going to do 1 TNT right here and blow. It's going to blow up the top, but that's fine. I can fill it in. There you go. It's not much on the top, really. Just some small bits, and I will simply just use a flint and steel. Again, this might seem like a silly option, but it's just to cut through the ground a little bit quicker because I've got a cave underneath, so... As you can see, no real issues there. Just blowing it up. 1, 2, 1. There you go. 15-20 second job just to get that back there. And with the cost of that, we now have a nice big open gap here that we can now go through. So we're going to put a few more down. These might, of course, take an effect on the building, but at the end of the day, we're just looking to demolish. So let's start off with 1. We're going to do it 1 by 1 because if we do it all the way through, we're probably going to have to build a lot of the top layer again, but that's not a concern for me. But of course, because I've got all of this here, I'm going to get rid of this one because that one doesn't need to be there. Boom, there we go. So the top floor has now taken a bit of a beating, but again, like I said, not a real problem for us. We can literally just come through here 1 block at a time and just repair it like so. And then we're going to have to figure out a cave solution, which is not going to be, it's going to be a simple solution. We will work through it. So as you can see here, it's literally just going to be a little extra mini job for us. But it's perfectly fine because we've cut through now a lot of the ground that we would originally have to have broken through. So saves us valuable time and cuts through a lot in a matter of seconds. So there we go. Cut that one off. Boom. And we're back to where we... Have I filled in the steps? No, I haven't. Okay. I've just got the wrong side. Boom. So there we go. Now we're going to continue to cut through all of this. Like so. And then we're going to come up to here. And boom. And then boom. Like that. So now we've got the basis of what we wanted. And as you can see here, we've cut through a lot of that, which is going to be a lot easier for us come down the demolishing stage. So let's get through all of this. I've just cut through that by accident. I'm not going to go through. I'm not going to blow anything else up, I don't think. Because I just felt like it's getting to the point now. It's a little bit too close to the windows for us to do anything. But as you can see, we've got a giant cave. How are we going to deal with that? What we're going to do is we're going to fill the bottom. We're going to get the wood that we've got, and then we're going to basically go and fill that underneath. So sounds a bit complicated. It's fine. We'll get through it. So let's break through all of this. My finger is going to hurt in a minute. I continue going on like this for ages, but it's fine. We're going to keep plowing through. Boom, 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 boom. Running out. It's not a problem. Right, there we go. We now have the bottom floor basically cut up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the wood, and then we're going to go underground and sort out the problem. We're going to leave a few blocks. We're going to leave this area here for me to basically leave through. So here, we're going to fill this in as we should. Like, actually, no, I don't want to fill it in by there. Do I need to? I've got that wrong. We need to fill it from here. So I'm going to leave myself the room to go in through where we needed to. Just like this. And then give myself this. That's my space now to just drop underground to basically fill in the slight problem. So, without further ado, let's get on. We now need to fill in the bottom floor with the wood that I needed in the... Did I just put wood somewhere now? Okay, cool. Yes, I did. I put it in a really random spot. That's not meant to be there right there. So then we can fill this in. Then we'll go there and we'll fix the cave problem that we've got. So it's not that much of a worry. No need to complain about it. And again, we will move on with that, and then we can just leave that hole there actually, and we can just come back up and then fill it. So this is the quicker process now, where we just come through and fill it all with our potion of swiftness. That bat is going to annoy me if he doesn't move out my way. And again, don't need to change the day cycle. To be honest, I don't even think I really need to change the day cycle. I probably will in the end, just to stop it from getting annoying, but for now, it's kind of all fine. So as you can see, building across here, very, very simple plan here. Now we've got just the rest of it to do. So we're going to continue on with it. And might as well go through the plans then. So the main plans then for this world, like I said before, was the aim of basically, I want to build everything back that I lost. I want to be able to come back and be like, that's what I built, and that's what I was happy with. And I remember very, very well how I did it. So me and Reese, we both built ourselves a house. They were right next to each other. They were pretty small houses. Now, of course, this is a massive house. And again, because I know a lot about Minecraft, and there's a lot of new things that have come into Minecraft, which can make things even bigger and better. It's going to make the world even bigger and better. But realistically, I just want to get everything back. You know, I've never had the motivation to do it. And trust me, when I say we spent a long time, we might have spent nearly a year. And that's not even a joke. Like, not a year just flat out. Just like playing on that world, and every single time we went on that world, there wasn't one stage where we thought to ourselves, let's just chill on this world. It was always, we're going to build something new. And I just felt, for the purpose of the second channel, you know, I want to do stuff on the second channel. You know, I haven't paid a lot of attention to it. I really haven't. You know, I started the second channel, I was excited for it, and I kind of just like a snap like that. Just lost them. That was a really bad click. I just automatically lost the intentions of doing it, and now I've brought that back. And of course, F1 2017 for my main channel is coming out in, like, what is the date today? I don't even know. Let me check my phone. It's the, there we go. It is the 6th of August. So it's less than 20 days now, 19 days until F1 2017 comes out. And I've just realised my potion of swiftness has decided to disappear on me. And I'm going to be spending a lot of time on my main channel because it's my main channel. That's the channel where that's where I've got to spend the time at. But now that I've got not a lot to produce for the main channel, I want to start back into the second channel. And it's not going to be... And this second channel has always been a case of whenever I just wanted to do something, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter what it is. Right, you need to just bounce out of here. Right, let me get my sword and just kill this bat. Again, no bats were harmed in the making of this video. Get out of here. And then you leave. Leave. Right, thank you. Right, and then we'll just fill this back in. Again, lighting is going to be a bit of a problem for now, but it's okay. Really? I hear more bats. Oh, it's probably because it's down here. Yeah. So what we're going to do, in order to now we've got the problem here of the wood, what we're going to do is we're going to torch it out a little bit, just so we can see what part of my house is actually visible underground, and what part isn't visible underground. So as you can see, we know what exactly is. So what we're going to do to compromise with this, we're going to just put some things to my inventory, keep that out, put all this back in the inventory. What we're going to do is we're just going to get some simple, I've never seen grass path before, okay. We're going to get some simple dirt blocks, and we're just going to make a new layer underneath. So now it looks as if there wasn't really a house here. There was nothing here. It's just a simple case of filling it all in. And for example here, we're going to fill the whole thing in, because why not? There's no need for us to... Boom. Just like this. Get rid of the torch. Not needed anymore. We're just going to fill it all in. So it eventually looks like now that eventually, yeah, we have still built a canvas pretty much underground, theoretically. You can all but say that. But now what we're going to be doing is just filling it in. So basically, if someone accidentally breaks through the house, like they tried to make changes to the house, put a carpet in, put anything in, if someone jumps on this world and you're in my way, bats. Sorry, no bats were harmed in the making of this. Now that we've got that out of the way, we don't need to worry about, you know, if someone accidentally breaks through and it's like, oh my god, I've fallen down this stupid hole again with this cave. No, you don't need to worry about that. We're going to fill it through. And we're only going to fill through the parts that actually need filling through. If they don't need filling through, we're not going to bother filling them, because what's the point? We're going to put a few more torches down just so I see what I'm filling. So here, there's no canvas. And here, of course, actually I will do this. And what we're going to do is we're going to do it 2 layers down. Just so then, you know, break through one and just like that. There we go. 2 layers down. And we're just basically clearing out this section. And all my house then can basically not be touched in a way. Kind of easy. I'll probably actually maybe only stick to just the 1 layer. Don't really need to do 2. It just means now that it's not, you know, there's no random woods showing underground, and at least we have somewhere to go as well to mine, because all this stuff. But this probably will never even turn into a survival world. It will literally just be constant creativeness, and that's what we've got planned. So let's move all this, all of that, boom, boom, and then 1 like that, and then up here, boom, like that, and then this last bit by here. That's wrong. Boom. Just like that. And now, as you can see, the house is not covered. God damn it. I thought I covered it. I thought I covered my tracks. Never mind, I haven't. It's alright, we'll fill it in now. And then we'll get on with the next part of the build. So this bit I'm actually going to be quite tight with. Wow, I didn't actually go all the way across here. Wow, okay. Awkward. Boom. There we go. That's the house now filled. And what we could do is we could just come back up here. And then we could just fill this all in like so. Oops. And then we'll put the birch back in. Now the house is basically not going to be trapped by the underground section. So now we can move on to the next stage of the project. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the should we do the next stage? We're going to have to... Just trying to think of what stages to do within this episode. So let's get all that out of the way. Let's just see where we are. So we've got the garage in... I think... Should I make... Now, basically, what I'm going to be intending on doing is I'm going to be making a big swimming pool. And I'm going to make it a mixture of an indoor-outdoor pool. It's going to be the big mixture of both. What I'm just trying to look at the moment is... Do you know what? I'm going to build it out the back. What I'm going to do, though, is I am going to give myself a balcony out the front. Because why not? Might as well give myself might as well treat myself, considering, you know, I'm building this thing. So we're going to go out to about here, I'd say. Nice, decent size. Go all the way across. Actually, let's work it. Let's do it properly. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till we get to there. So we'll do it the same way this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Just a little reference point for me. So that is there. This might be a thing too low. Yeah, it is. It's fine. Just so I know where I'm going from. Boom, just like that. We'll get rid of all this. Like that. Crack. Awesome. Right, cool. Now we have got that done and dusted. We're just going to fill this in. Nice and simple. And then I think for the next episode then, what you'll be seeing is... Oh, I've realised I've made a mistake, haven't I? I have actually made a mistake. Because if I just come in here and try and go on my balcony, I'm not going to get on it. Great. Well done, Tom. Right, so it looks like I was right the first time. Okay, never mind. We'll just have to break this out. We'll do it again. What we're going to do is this is going to be the last build now before we end off today's episode. And then we're going to move on. And then for next episode, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have the interior filled. I think for the next episode, in terms of off-camera work, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting up all parts of the house. Not going to build too much of the house because, of course, you guys may really want to see a tutorial on specific parts. So I'm not going to do too much off-camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split it up and I'm going to have designs planned. I'm going to have other buildings being made, but I will tell you exactly what they are, what they're for, so you don't need to panic on that front. So, for example, like I said, I'm going to build a swimming pool, indoor and outdoor pool, basically, so it combines into the two. So what I'll have done there is I'll have the design made for it, just won't have any interior stuff done for it. Same with the house. I'm going to have all the parts split up. And I think for next episode, it's going to be about making this house the interior bit, because we're not going to be spending much time on this house afterwards. So yeah, and now we can basically put the door in. We don't need. We can chuck that in here like that. Oh, I didn't realize I broke this. My bad. There we go. So this is now the balcony coming out here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put in a birch fence like we had at the start. We're finally going to be using them, and as you can see here, we're going to go all the way around, and as you can see, cutting it all the way across like that. Boom. There is the balcony, and we can sort of, do you know what, we'll get some red beds. Do you know what, we're going to use red beds because my second channel's got red. So 1, 2, 3, couple of sun beds, really just to chill out and hang with. What we might do is we might potentially put in a potential jacuzzi. We could do that. In fact, you know what? I've just come up with that on the spot. I'm going to do it. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to put in, this might look weird. I want to try something a minute. So let's put in some slabs. We are going to build this jacuzzi. It's going to look brilliant, trust me. So this is basically going to be an outline base of it. I just want to see if the water leaks out. That's what I'm looking at here. I am going to have to push this another way back, which is a little bit irritating, but it's not a problem. So I'll push that back just so I can get the back out here. If this flows through, then that's a bit awkward, but that's the problem. It's going to be a 2x2 scenario. Let's do this. Let's go up 2. Changing this on the spot. Again, this is going to be literally a lot of improvisation in this. Boom, boom. And then let's get a bucket of water. Because I just want to see if it leaks down the bottom. That's my concern. 1, 2. That did not work at all. Okay. Can confirm that didn't work. That's fine. Trial and error is all I'm on. Is what I'm on about. So now I've got to go find the plain bucket and pick them up. Right. So that didn't work. So we got to go to plan B. So the slabs are going to go because they don't need to be there. And we are going to have to do it by this. So this isn't a concern for us. It's just a little bit of time and error. Trial and error. Sorry, not time and error. My bad. Same thing. Now, if we did it like that, and then we put 2 slabs in like that, will that stop the water from leaking out? Probably won't. No. So I think if we did 1, 2, and then sort of a set of slabs, and then 2 steps like this. Can you get up from that? Yes, you can. Okay, and then we'll fill this up 1 more, I think. Yeah, just to give it that stability. We'll go one more. We're getting close to the rooftop tiles, so we don't want to go any higher than we already are. But like that, boom. And then hopefully this should stop leaking now. Yes, perfect. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, crap. Don't want that. So that's now like the jacuzzi. Now I just want to go underground and basically see if it leaks. If it leaks, there's a bit of a problem. But it shouldn't, because it's on 2 layers. And it actually hasn't. That's perfect. Right, cool. So then, actually, to be honest, I would much rather have this bit opened out as well. Just so they can sort of... So they can come in through here. They can jump in the jacuzzi. And then they can sort of just look out here and basically just... Yeah, that's kind of that. Can they get out? That's perfect. Right, they can get out. But guys, that's going to wrap it up then. I'm going to do no more. I'm going to leave it as it is. So without further ado, how do I get rid of... I'll get rid of all the HUD display. But... there it is, guys. That is going to wrap it up for today's video. Alright then, guys. So that's literally the only cut there. Just disabling the HUD for you guys. But today, that is going to wrap it up for the very first episode of building back my city, my Minecraft project. So for today's episode, we've gone and built the house. We've done the flooring for the top, for the first floor and for the ground floor. We covered the bottom of the ground floor as we built over a cave. We've then gone and built ourselves the rooftop. We've then built ourselves the jacuzzi. We've built a balcony, and we have also got ourselves a garage. We've done the lighting, followed by the glass interior there, everybody else. And for the next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be filling in the interior for the ground and the top floor, and for the ground floor and the first floor. Then we're going to work on the garden, which is going to be for the background. But guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode of building my city, drop it a like. That'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you're new around here to my channel as well. And I'll be back with another episode of building my city very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Take care all, guys. Peace.